Welcome back to JD's Nerdverse. My name is JD. We are diving into this. If you saw my last video, we are ranking through all of the movies made by Disney in every era. So the last era I did was the golden era. Now we're going on to the silver era. I said in the last one, the one that has the best villains is usually the ones that have the better movies. So we're going to see if that stands true in this one, for the most part. So starting out this list, before I get to hit the like, share, subscribe button, notification bell, give videos like this all the time. And without further ado, we're going to dive into this. The worst video animated movie that is in the silver era of Disney, to me, is Cinderella. Now, like I said in the last one, just because it's ranked as last does not mean it's bad. There's not a lot of bad movies in Disney. Disney's put out some pretty good ones that I've thoroughly enjoyed throughout my childhood. Cinderella was one of them. It just doesn't resonate to me as much. I just don't like it as much as the others. There's some other ones that have better action. There's just better stories that I feel related to. So, like I said, not a bad movie, not a bad premise. It's done some pretty good stuff. It's aged well. But Cinderella is number 8 on my list. Number 7 is Alice in Wonderland. So I didn't actually mention this real quick. So all the movies in this era are Cinderella, Alice in Wonderland, Sword in the Stone, The Jungle Book, 101 Dalmatians, Lady and the Tramp, Beauty and the Beast, and Peter Pan. Something else that Disney has trended for a while is if you look back at the last era, is they got a lot of animals that aren't talking, and then they decided to have animals talk. And when they started doing that, that kind of correlates with what started leading to more success. I guess is the best way to put it. For example, in Bambi barely ever talks. It's a little bit talking. Him and Thumper, not a lot. Dumbo doesn't talk at all, but other birds can, but Dumbo doesn't talk at all. No talking in Snow White. And no talking in Pinocchio. So Disney moved away from that trend and started going towards actually talking animals in their movies. So like Cinderella, the mice are singing, okay, and the people were talking, but also the mice are singing. It's not just about animals. Now go to Alice in Wonderland, that trend continues. You have more talking animals, you have more talking creatures, and then the villain is actually pretty memorable. And this is why when we get into the dark area, you're gonna see. A lot of these trends went by the wayside, and is why these eras did not put out good movies, or as good movies. They weren't as popular. So Alice in Wonderland, it's not a movie that really resonates with me that much, honestly. It's kind of trippy is the best way to put it, but it does have the better villain than the evil stepmother who just tore up her stepdaughter's dress and locked her in a tower. I mean, it's just a better villain off with her head, things like that. It's based on a really, really trippy book, and the live action movie is weird but good, so that's why Alice in Wonderland's number 7. It's not bad, like I said. It just doesn't resonate with me personally. So that's a lot of these are personal opinions and such. So Lady and the Tramp is the next one. This movie is not bad. It's one of those movies. There's movies out there where they don't. They really focus on the animal aspect, animals living in a human world. And they focus on animals living in a human. And then there's other movies when they have animals that don't talk and the humans are in the world. There's a bunch of them out there. But Lady and the Tramp, not bad. It's got one of the most iconic, quote, kiss scenes you want to ever call it in a movie. It's a good movie. This is when they started really understanding that people like dogs, people like animals, people like talking animals, people like stories wrapped around animals like that. So this one did not do bad. It did pretty well. Not a really good villain in this one. So this is another one where it says it's not having a good villain. Not really a unified villain. Now, in the next one, it has one of the best villains in Disney ever, Sleeping Beauty. This Maleficent chick, she cursed a child because she wasn't invited to the child's birthday. That's how petty she is. But another movie again where animals can't talk, and it's not consistency in the world of Disney, but they don't go for consistency, so it's fine. It's about Aurora, and she's supposed to be this queen someday and marry this handsome prince named Philip, and the Maleficent curses them, and then they have to take on Maleficent. The Maleficent captures Prince Philip, leaves Sleeping Beauty to do basically just sleep forever until true love's kiss, and then it's just hilarity ensues, so to speak. But I really like the movie mainly because I really like the villain. The villain in this is very well done. The live action version with Angelina Jolie was very well done as well. So, the next movie on this list is The Jungle Book. Jungle Book has some of the more iconic songs in this era. what would I say? The most iconic song in Cinderella is I don't really think there is like really an iconic one. The Lady and the Tramp, it's the one where they're singing while they're eating spaghetti. Those Italian guys. Sleeping Beauty, it's I Knew You Once, Walked With You Once Upon a Dream. I think it's called Once Upon a Dream is what it is. Jungle Book has a lot of these. Like it's got the For All the Bare Necessities. You have I Want to Be Like You. Some pretty good ones. Some very good ones in this movie. And this movie per se. It's got a lot of memorable characters too. Got a good villain, Shere Khan. What's his motivation? Wants to kill human because he's afraid a human will grow up and kill him. It's got legitimate motivation. It's not like quite as petty as as Maleficent, but it's a motivation. There's actually kind of like 3 villains in his movie, but they're not really villains because no one like King Louis isn't like a villain. He just kind of gets in the way of what Mowgli and Baloo are trying to accomplish. You have Shere Khan, and what's the snake called? I can't think of the snake. Snake tried to hypnotize to eat the boy, and then Shere Khan wants to eat the boy because he knows he'll grow up someday and hunt him. That's what he's afraid of. So, very good movie, very good songs, very good villain. It's one of the more consistent ones out there. Next one, another iconic villain. There's good amount of iconic villains in this era of Disney. This era of Disney, 101 Dalmatians had. You gotta think about it. You had Maleficent, and there's a couple more coming. Maleficent, Captain Hook, the Evil Queen, Queen of Hearts, Shere Khan, and now you're looking at Cruella de Vil, who is obsessed with making a coat out of puppy skin, a puppy fur. Yeah, good movie. It's funny. It's one of the funnier ones in this. I don't think it's a musical per se. I don't recall it being that much of a musical like the other ones, other than the Cruella de Vil song. But Cruella de Vil is a fantastic villain, and it's portrayed greatly in 2 different live-action adaptations. Glenn Close played it, I would say, impeccably. And then Emma Stone did a pretty good job as well playing it. So it's just a good villain. It's a villain that I think has aged very well. It's someone who's just obsessed with rich person obsessed with getting what they want. I'm curious how they're going to show. What's the word I'm thinking of here? I'm curious how they're going to show how Emma Stone's version of Cruella de Vil gets to that point where she's crazy enough to want to cut up a bunch of dogs to make a fur coat. Good movie, really liked it. 101 Dalmatians, and the next one on the list is Peter Pan, another iconic Disney villain, Captain Hook, iconic Disney villain. This is one of the ones that resonates with me. Peter Pan. Hook was a good movie it was a movie I liked as a kid, so seeing both of them was pretty good. This was like kind of a more kiddie down version, didn't have a lot more adult themes, but still very good, very well done. You have, like I said, the iconic villain of Captain Hook. So in one era we have Queen of Hearts, Captain Hook, Cruella de Vil, and Maleficent. Well, there's some other villains in here, and then Shere Khan. So, really like Peter Pan. Peter Pan was very entertaining to me. And just the action, the swashbuckling kind of part of it as well. And just the more adventure part of it, more of the fantasy part of it was really fun. And the best one in this era, and this one may be controversial because a lot of people don't actually like this one, but Sword in the Stone, to me, is the best movie in this era. I've watched this movie more than any of the others. I've watched all of these multiple times. I can comfortably say I've watched each of them at least 10 or 15 times as a kid. Probably more than that, honestly. But 10 or 15 times is a good guesstimation. Sword in the Stone, to me, is the best one. It's the funniest one there. It doesn't really have a concise villain, but like Madame Mim, basically the environment is, because you have a wolf trying to kill Arthur. You have Madame Mim trying to kill Arthur. You have a barracuda. So basically like nature and things like that are kind of the villains. But this one, to me, when I was a kid, I watched it so much. It was so funny. The animation style really looked old. It doesn't age well. But as a kid, I didn't care. It was fun, and I'm really into Arthur Pendragon and the Knights of the Round Table. It's a really good story, and having a fun kid version of how he became king and things like that with Merlin and with Archimedes, the bird. Very well done, and I really enjoyed this movie. I know it isn't one of the more popular ones, but to me, it's my favorite one of the 8 movies listed right here. So that's it. I'm going to go through the rankings one more time. You got Sword in the Stone at number 1, Peter Pan number 2. You have 101 Dalmatians number 3, The Jungle Book number 4, Sleeping Beauty number 5, Lady and the Tramp number 6, Alice in Wonderland number 7, and number 8 is the Cinderella. So that's my video, and I hope everyone hits the subscribe button, notification bells. Videos like this, you get videos like this all the time. What is your favorite movie in this era? Comment down below. That way I know you watched to the end. And if you want to, you can put your whole ranking in if you want. But that's my video, and thanks for stopping by JD's Nerdverse. My name is JD, and you have a good one.